Welcome to Your Best Interviews. My name is Eric Smith. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I know there's a lot of places you can go, so I appreciate you spending it here. Today, what I want to talk about is resume databases and the pros, the cons to both. So I'm a fan of resume databases. So most job boards, Indeed, CareerBuilder, Monster, they have resume databases. LinkedIn is one great big resume database. What this means is you can take your resume, upload it into the resume database, and you become searchable for companies that are looking for your skill set. So they can go in and type in kind of criteria, the market that they're looking for, the skill sets that they're looking for, and based on your resume and how it matches to their search, they can find you and proactively reach out and target you for roles that are open. So for me personally, I like resume databases. I think it's great, especially if you're looking for different opportunities. I think it's good to be in there because you might miss stuff, right? You're not perfect. You're spending all day looking for different opportunities. Most companies have teams of recruiters or, a recruiter or, if they have access to a resume database, they've got somebody that's going in there and proactively looking for the talent that they need. And so you should make it as easy as possible to allow a company or recruiter or hiring manager to find you. And resume databases is the best way to do that without you having to spend a ton of time. I'm a fan of resume databases. Again, I think it makes it easier for you to get found or to be found, and you never know what's going to come your way. You might get a dream offer from a dream company that has a really good mining system for databases. This is, again, very little output on your part. It's just making sure your resume is up to snuff and updated. But also you want to make sure it's keyworded. That's probably another video that we can dive a little bit deeper into keywords. But essentially, you want to make sure that your resume is really strong in all the areas where you have a strong skill set, right? So from a background standpoint, experience standpoint, you want to make sure that you've got those specific keywords that people are going to be searching for. So easy example here is sales. You want to make sure that you've got sales a lot of different places, right? Cold calling, whatever that may be for your particular industry or job history. You want to make sure that your resume is not littered, but you want to make sure that it's keyworded correctly so that you pop up in relevant searches for the jobs that you really want. But outside of that, it's updating your resume and putting it in the database. And then beyond that, it's allowing companies to find you and target you. So I'm a fan of resume databases. The reason a lot of people don't do resume databases, there's a couple different. So one, if you're currently employed today and you don't want your employer, maybe your employer has a recruiting team and they've got access to resume databases and they're mining talent, you might want to be careful if you're putting your resume out there and showing that you're actively seeking or updating your resume, because you can populate in a search based on the criteria that they're entering in. So they could quickly see maybe that you're looking. I don't know that I would be that concerned with it. I was somebody who always kept my resume updated. I also advise that people always keep the resume updated as you go, even if you're happy in your role. So you could always navigate it that way if it ever came up. But that's one big fear that people have. I'm here to tell you, I don't think you should allow or block yourself from potentially being found by great employers that could be a better fit for you because you're afraid of that. I would make sure that you're in databases and I wouldn't worry about your company finding you in there. The other reason would just be potentially you're getting spammed a lot. And this can happen when you're in a database. You've got a lot of companies that they kind of do that shotgun approach where they blindly shoot opportunities out to people, and maybe it's not relevant to what you want, or it's scammy. Maybe it's just not the type of company that you want, and you're going to get a lot of those offers. So you have to kind of sift through, and sometimes that can be annoying for people. Is just getting maybe 10 emails a day of 10 opportunities, and 9 of them being little gimmicky or scammy. So you have to feel that one out. If it depends on your market too. Like bigger markets, you tend to have more companies that are doing that. Smaller markets, maybe not so much. Or you'll get those kind of national, like you can work from anywhere and make 30 grand a month. And it's one of those multi-level marketing type opportunities. So Just be on the lookout for that. But you can always turn alerts on and off by being in the database. It just allows you, again, to be found, to not pour as much time into the job search process, but instead let others find you. So I'm a fan of it. I think it's great, but there are some downsides. You can get spammed. It's easier for others to find you. Maybe your employer's looking to see who might be looking in the market. Again, I wouldn't let that stop you. I'm a big proponent of cast a wide net and make it really easy for people to identify and find you based on your current skill set. So hopefully this is helpful. Check out my other videos, especially on keywording. Thanks.